Good morning, millennials. Welcome to the Morning Toast, which is today being rebranded as the Morning Pussy Bow, because Jackie and I are both coincidentally wearing a Pussy Bow shirt or dress.
It's not such a coincidence.
No, we
because the common denominator is that we have a big time magazine editor meeting later, and we were talking about it last night, and that Claudia was saying she was going to wear her Pussy Bow outfit, and I was
the one that I never got to wear on the private jet that I just took off because I didn't make it to Austin.
And I was actually planning on wearing a Pussy Bow, so we knew we were both wearing Pussy Bows, but we came to
But it wasn't coordinated.
Well, technically.
No, it wasn't because
we didn't do it intentionally. But
so it wasn't coordinated.
But I wasn't shocked today.
No, so it wasn't a surprise, but it wasn't coordinated.
Okay.
I stand by, I'm correct, it wasn't coordinated.
No, but it wasn't a shock.
Okay, but coordinated and shock are two different things.
But like when you say it wasn't coordinated, it's like, well, she showed up today, what a coincidence.
No, it wasn't coordinated.
It was a little bit coordinated.
Today's a crazy day because I walk in and they're like, Sansa Stark is here. And everyone was like, oh my God, Sansa's in the building. And I'm like, no. Let me in. I know her. And I was expecting there to be like some big security guard, but like, no, they just let me walk right into her makeup room and she was looking so gorgeous. And I was like, oh my God, you're just blowing up on the Madison Square Garden thing. Did you see that?
Uh-huh.
And I was like, you're everywhere. I'm like, oh, she's like, oh, you were there? I was like, no. I just saw on Instagram like everyone else. She called me out on my bullshit.
But
she's
funny.
like, where's your studio? I want to come by. And so if Sansa Stark just walks in today, just like, don't be alarmed.
Just try not to drop dead
But I did tell her that we were in the wrong studio. So I told her we were in like Studio L or whatever, and that's the one she's in.
Great.
Obviously.
Wonderful. I don't know if I can handle Sansa's today. It's a big day back. I can't believe I've been MIA.
Oh, yes. Tell us about
serving my civil service.
Oh, my God. Jackie was being such a nerd. Like, she was texting us about, like, the case and the judge, and, like, she wouldn't give us any details. She's like, no, I'm not allowed.
You're not allowed, apparently. And so there's only so much. I mean, obviously, I didn't make the cut, mostly because the case, it was a big case. It was a big one. And it would have required a lot of time, and my job just doesn't allow for that, really. The toasters don't allow for that. And there were so many like other jurors there who were either unemployed or in between jobs or out of work actors waiting for their next Broadway show.
Waiting for their next big break.
So they were actually looking to be on the jury. So, a morning show host, there's a lot of people that depend on me every day. And the case was already known it was going to be a long time. So I had to bow out for that reason. I was out. But I had a wonderful time. And jury duty is really not as bad as people. The hardest part about it is like waking up and getting downtown by 9 a.m.
Well, it depends because it's actually quite interesting. Oh, your pussy's becoming unbowed. It's only interesting like if they choose you and you go through the round. I went for 2 days and sat in the same room and never got chosen. Like, that's fucking boring.
Yeah, that's boring, but you get a lot of work done. Like, I created in the morning. Oh, sorry. Is it now tied in the bow?
No, now it's okay. It's good. Now
We're good. In the morning before I got chosen for something, I was working on the behind the scenes video. By the time I got home, it was ready to upload.
No, I just remember being like in college, being so hungry and bored and just like watching Entourage in this uncomfortable chair. Like, okay, if I was like in a leather recliner, I would have been a little bit more comfortable. But no, this like government issued plastic folding chair just wasn't working for me.
I don't know. It was a lot. The chairs were decent.
I have a sensitive tailbone.
And the people who were running jury duty, like you expect them to be government workers, DMV, like assholes, but they like got on the mic, which they do every single day, and I think they have a rehearsed script, and honestly, it's a comedy show a little bit. They were making so many jokes, it was hilarious.
Wow, I had a totally different experience.
Talking about the vending machine, and like, they're saying so matter-of-factly, they were like, if your snack gets stuck, you are allowed to shake the machine, but we will not refund you.
That is so funny.
It was so funny, and it wasn't as treacherous. I've been putting it off like for so long, and it just wasn't so terrible, and I got out yesterday pretty early. I can't discuss the details of the case, but now I'm invested in it. I'm going to Google it and like try and keep up. I convinced Margot that I was going to be a juror on the college admissions scandal case.
And she really believed it. It's like, bitch, that happened in California.
It happened in Massachusetts.
Whatever.
She was like, no way. I was like, yeah, no,
Jackie,
there is no way.
Okay, so you can't disclose any of it.
No.
But do you think the guy did it?
No, because he's innocent until proven guilty. And
you would actually be a fantastic juror. That's what's so crazy. It's like, yes, you have a job and stuff, and like I could have held down the fort, like sort of, because you really would have. You are so unbiased. Like if that was me, I'd be like, no, he totally did it.
The rural juror.
You are truly the rural juror.
And the judge was really just so compelling. He was such a great guy. First of all, all the potential jurors walk into the room, and we run out of benches. What are those called? Pews. For people to sit. And of course, I'm the first person to not get a seat, so I'm standing against the wall.
But also, that's so funny because that's the difference between you and I. Like, I would fucking beeline for a chair, like elbowing people.
I didn't know it was going to be an issue. We were just filing in single file. I go to, then there's no more seats. They're like lined up against the wall, and like me and my heavy backpack. It was so sad.
You had a backpack?
Yeah, because I wanted to bring all gadgets and gizmos aplenty to keep myself busy. And like, a backpack is a functional item. So I'm standing against the wall, like, of course this would happen to me. I can barely sit, let alone stand. And the judge comes in and he goes, before we begin, do any of the young men want to give up their seats for the women and the elderly?
Chivalry.
And I was like, wow. Wow, Judge, just wow.
Just wow. So wait, did you get a chair?
I did, front row center, and I was so grateful. And I feel like that doesn't happen anymore.
No.
And I know that it's going the way of the horse and buggy because we don't see gender. But in that moment, I very much saw gender, and I was grateful that the judge did as well.
No, because you know what's so funny? It's like for a guy, they don't even realize like, oh, it's a chair. But for a woman, like to stand with her big tits for an hour, like it's literally debilitating. Like, and they don't even think anything of it. So it's not that they're intentionally being rude. They just don't realize that like a woman having to stand for an hour, like for me specifically, like a big-breasted, chubby Jewish woman having to stand for an hour, it can literally take years off my life.
No, totally. And I hadn't eaten, and I knew I wasn't gonna eat, and I was just like,
that's sad.
Yeah.
So the judge sounds like a really good guy.
He was a really good guy, and he made like so many. He understood the treachery of jury duty, and there were a lot of times during the selection process he would ask a question, and if you had a conflict or something, you were excused. And he was saying, "This will be a long trial, and I understand that for your job it might not be feasible, but just know like this is your civic duty. Any one of us in this room, myself included, could wind up in a position where we need a jury, and like, would you, try and make it work?"
He was guilting you into it.
He was real, and he spoke to me. I was like, yes, technically, it's not ideal for me to be on a long trial, but gun to my head, I could do it.
Right.
Then I realized there is no gun to my head.
Right.
The anxiety and stress that it would cause would actually hinder my ability to be a rural juror. And I was excused. I feel like I'm already talking about it too much, but I'm not talking about the case. I'm just talking about jury duty. And they were very clear to say, like, don't talk about it on social media. And I was like, well, if selected, like, that would be really fucking hard for me.
Right. That would be my excuse out. Not only am I, on tour, I can't actually, just partake in these like little activities. I also would have a very hard time not keeping my mouth shut on social media. So I think you should let me go.
You can't even selfie like just in the courthouse being like, hey, like at jury duty.
What?
Nothing. Can't post anything.
That sucks.
So, I hope no one's seeing this, but I don't think I talked about the case.
No, and I also just don't think we have a lot of judges watching our show,
Yeah. Anyways,
except for Miss Aquilina.
I just want to say, by the end of it, I was very ready to serve my country, and jury duty is just not as terrible as it's made out to be. Maybe it's gotten better. Maybe they've realized that like everyone's blowing this thing off. So I got a lot of work done, productive, enjoyable. Got to meet this great judge.
You make any friends?
I kind of did. And then a toaster messaged me. They were like, my friend was on the jury with you. And I'm like, okay, well, no toasters came up to me. It felt like a very anti-toaster zone.
Oh my God, totally not toaster friendly.
So it's like now I know in hindsight there are people there who knew who I was when I was like.
And you know what? That also makes you unqualified.
Right.
Like you can't, I was telling this on another episode with Taylor Strecker, but my friend Jenna, she in high school was on jury duty with Donald Trump.
Wow.
But before he was even political, like he was just a New York resident, like a well-known one. And he was like, just chilling with everyone. But like, he's also not, like, if you're notable, I don't think you could like, does Tom Hanks serve on a jury,
He gets called for jury duty. And I feel like it's one of those things, like, how celebrities have like, people who go to the DMV for them, like they get through a back door in the DMV and in colleges. I wonder if jury duty is one of those things. It's like, how can just celebrities, because even as like the low-level public figure that I am, very, very, very low, I was thinking like, I'm a public figure-ish, and it's a weird thing.
I think they still have to go, but they get automatically excused. Like it would not be fair for a million reasons to have like a huge celebrity on the jury.
Yeah.
I feel like today I'm wearing a white shirt, like I'm always wearing black. You can actually see the length of my hair.
Well, so you got a haircut. This is the first time I'm seeing it in person.
I meant to get a trim, but like I unintentionally like did something dramatic. But you know what? I'm really liking it. It's just a lot lighter and like just...
It looks super healthy.
Literally weight off my shoulders.
You and Theo both.
And Olivia.
Right.
It's just like this. It's the haircut week,
Spring has sprung. Today's the first day of spring, you guys.
It is?
Yes, and it's Rebecca's birthday. And we always have a debate because I was raised to think that the seasons start on the 21st of each month. But she says it's the 20th, and because her birthday is March 20th, she's the start of spring, and she's so fucking spring, it's annoying.
Well, what do the calendars say?
She's someone who's like, when the weather's good, it's like, let's go get drinks.
Oh, actually, drinks? Yeah, I thought you were going to let's go sit in the park or some shit.
That, drinks in the park,
Yeah.
Let's
have class outside today.
Drinks outside.
Yeah.
Oh, she was always voting for class outside. And so she insists that the 20th is spring. I always thought it was the 21st, but because it's her birthday, she's the expert on like what this day actually means.
But what do your planner says? And the planner, it has always first day of spring.
I have
Do you have your
to
planner
check.
with you?
Yeah, it's in there.
We'll check it later.
We'll check later. Cool.
Yes, so I'm just making a lot of changes in my life, like for spring, like just a new woman. Like I cleaned my apartment. I got a haircut. I signed up for guitar lessons, and I bought a guitar. Jackie, you're gonna die. It's the cutest guitar ever.
Wait, that's so crazy because I am buying a piano.
You are?
And I'm gonna sign up for piano. I'm gonna start learning.
Should we start a band?
I think so. I think that's what the toast needs, and like maybe we could like go on the road, like Dr. Shirley.
Oh, it's from Amazon. I bought it.
You could be my what's that guy's name?
Your driver?
Tony the Lip.
I could be your driver?
Yeah.
So let me get it. You're the talent.
I don't know how to
and
drive.
I'm the hired
I'm
help.
the piano player.
Piano? I love playing piano.
I don't know how to drive, so naturally you would drive unless like we would want a third person in the car, but that takes up seats.
Look at this guitar.
You would protect me.
That is like so insulting. Look at this guitar.
Gorge.
Pink sparkly cuteness.
Gorge. There's no way that it like works right.
No, it was very expensive, and I found it on Guitar Center. But then I bought it on Amazon because I just thought it would come faster on Amazon.
For sure, and you don't have to pay for like shipping.
And I did my research. Like, do I want an acoustic? Do I want a classical? And I don't want a classical. Like, but I don't want an electric guitar. So I found out there's a thing called an acoustic electric that is like a classical guitar, but it also has an amp on the thing that you could plug in. And TBG, when I was at his house in the Hamptons, he had won this thing at Music Cares gala benefit in an auction, and it was a guitar signed by Reba and Kelsey Ballerini, and he told me I could have it, but I didn't take it home with me that day, and like now I'm living a life of regret because like when am I going to get it? But like now that I'm taking back guitar, like I need to start a collection of guitars, and I need that guitar in my life.
Okay, well this summer hopefully he'll invite you out to the Hamptons again and you can snag it.
Well, so now this is just like me on my journey to, I'm going to LA next week to record a secret project. And I just think having a guitar in hand and like my talent would be important.
And now if you need a piano player,
right.
I really think this could be great for the biz.
Me too. Oh my God, I didn't realize it's so funny.
Well,
so
I was
Where are you going to find a
inspired-
teacher?
Well, not that this is an ad or anything. So I told you I'm doing 3 cooking classes in April. There's like this website called Course Horse that is for classes, like real classes in the city. And like you can find any sort of class. So I'll find a teacher probably through that or maybe like Craigslist.
I got a referral because if I'm going to do it in my house, I'm like weird about letting people into my house.
I agree with that.
So I got a referral from my friend Layla from high school because she was like always playing guitar in her house. And I'm like, you totally have a guitar teacher. And she did. And his name is like Drew. And I just texted him.
Wow, that's so exciting. And I was inspired to get a piano because of Foxwoods. And I was like, wow, my muscles are very memorable. What else could these things do?
I had a piano in my dressing room in Foxwoods, which was the first time ever and probably the last. But it felt very, very prestigious.
Yeah, while you were gone, we were tearing it up.
Jamming out. Like, I just feel like if we both like played an instrument, we could just have like hardcore like jam sessions.
Right, and then technically people couldn't say we don't have talent.
Right.
Did you recap Foxwoods?
Yes,
because
to the best of my ability.
If you want to enjoy the experience, patreon.com/themorningtoast. We did behind the scenes of Foxwoods, and it's just so fun. It was a fun one.
It was really lit, and I'd never been to Foxwoods before, and I definitely will return because, like, I didn't gamble enough, and I didn't party enough, honestly.
I didn't gamble at all. I partied.
It just made me really feel like we need another family AC weekend, like, kind of soon.
Yeah, or Vegas. We're working on that.
We're working on Vegas, but Vegas is, like, a lot of
spring is
planning.
already filling up.
Spring has sprung.
I mean, it has.
And you know what else has sprung? The Fast 5 stories that you need to know before you wake up and take a bite out of your morning toast. Kapow. Kapowie.
Okay, first story. Just closing the loop on an ongoing wild-ass story that somehow we have forgotten because the collective amnesia of our society is truly staggering, and sometimes it comes in handy.
You know, because it's like when this story first came out, it was the greatest thing ever. Like, no one could talk about anything else. Like, it was literally on my mind 24/7. And I literally haven't thought about this person since then. And when I saw the update, I truly didn't give a shit.
Right, but it's like the update is important because a big part of this story was who leaked Jeff Bezos' intimate and cringy texts? Question mark. National Enquirer reportedly paid Lauren Sanchez's brother $200,000 for Bezos' text. Also, the headline reads as Lauren Sanchez's brother sold his sister's text messages
and sold his soul to the devil.
National Enquirer.
For $200,000.
The National Enquirer definitely didn't reach out to the brother that, hey, can we see your sister's text? He definitely took it to the National Enquirer. So like these headlines, like they don't put enough blame on him for this dirty, dirty move.
I always am so shocked when like family turns on family just because like we're so not like that. And like even if you were like the worst, you did the worst thing ever to me. Like I would never betray you. Do you know what I mean? Because like we're family.
Right. And honestly, if you were to betray me, I hope you would get more than $200,000 for it.
No, actually,
those
$200,000
text
is a lot.
messages were worth at least $1 million.
Yeah, just because of the Jeff Bezos and like who he is. And
like there were nude selfies involved.
Right, but those never came to fruition, sadly.
Right. There's just a myth Like, you know.
Yeah, please.
Like
Apparently they exist.
Like the world of Atlantis.
Oh, yeah. Buried under sea.
Buried under sea with Jeff Bezos' nudes.
I can only imagine what they look like, honestly. And you know what? I'm
Honestly,
actually grateful.
you don't have to imagine. There it is.
I know. The top of his head is just like the little cap of his penis.
Sneak peek.
Yeah.
Stop. It's so wild that we are talking about Jeff Bezos' penis with familiarity, considering he is the richest and like most prestigious businessman of all time.
It's also crazy like how you can joke about a man's like dick pics being leaked over like a woman's. Like when it's a woman, it's a true invasion of privacy.
Imagine if this were Sheryl Sandberg.
Right, or like remember when Jennifer Lawrence, there was like that huge like hack and like a bunch of nude, and like it was really like, we didn't even look at it. We thought it was such an invasion of privacy, but I'm like, if Jeff Bezos has nudes, I'm like, give me them now. And I'm gonna send them to everyone I know.
It really is, it's so true.
It's like fucked up.
It's fucked up, like the way we kept talking about Colton, not we never did, but the way Chris Harrison kept talking about Colton's virginity. If that were a woman,
Becca Tilley.
If that were the Bachelorette were a virgin and they were talking that much, he would be in prison.
He would be fired, yeah, 100%.
The National Enquirer paid the brother of Jeff Bezos' mistress $200,000 for the racy text messages and other dirt used in their story that sunk the billionaire's marriage, a report said. The tabloid paid the money to Michael Sanchez, the brother of Bezos' mistress, Lauren Sanchez, with an upfront contract in exchange for the text messages used in an 11-page spread about their affair that was published in January, according to the Wall Street Journal. Michael Sanchez, who has been a longtime source for the Enquirer, is this true?
Ooh, an informant?
Began speaking to the tabloid about Bezos and his sister's relationship last fall, according to the report. Sanchez and the Enquirer finalized the deal on October 26th. The Enquirer's lawyer, Cameron Straker, included an upfront payment in the contract to prove the story would, quote, not be a catch-and-kill operation, similar to the ones it had carried out on behalf of President Trump during the 2016 presidential election, the newspaper reported.
How do you get paid for something like this? Is it a check? Is it cash? Is it a wire? Is it direct deposit?
Like, because this technically isn't illegal. You're paying for information.
It's not illegal.
It's stolen information, so they don't have to hide it. So maybe it was like, what would you prefer? Do you accept PayPal?
Wait,
Do you want a
actually,
check?
it isn't legal because it's stolen nude photos of someone. That's not legal.
I haven't seen illegal in any of these.
Unless this girl, Michelle Sanchez, is that her name?
Lauren Sanchez.
Lauren Sanchez was such a dumb bitch and sent the nude photos to her brother being like, LOL, look at this. Then he technically owns them because someone gave them to him.
Yeah, well, that's the thing here. It's like, okay, you know, this brother, everyone's got like a family member who's maybe off the rails a little bit, so here we go, but I hopefully you wouldn't send. So the brother, whatever. But Lauren Sanchez obviously somehow either left her phone in the hands of her brother, who's clearly, you know, the bad seed. And so what's the craziest part to me is that Jeff Bezos is still with her, considering how has he not asked himself, how did the brother get his hands on these things?
No, I mean, Jeff Bezos is a lot of things, and smart is one of them. So I have to believe that he did a thorough investigation into her culpability.
No, I think this is the definition, bless you,
excuse me,
of book smarts versus street smarts. It's like he has no street smarts in this sense.
Right, where it's like, we have no book smart. Well, I have no book smart, but I have tons of street smart.
Right,
I would never let myself sleep with someone who would sell my soul to the devil.
Exactly. I can't believe that they're still together and he's not questioning how the brother got his hands on the messages.
And you know what? It's like, where is Mrs. Bezos in all of this? Poor woman.
Poor woman. I mean, not poor woman,
but... You know who she's probably hanging out with? Another fellow woman who got injustice from a rich man, Mrs. Herjavec.
Ooh.
I am like out here trying to get justice for Mrs. Herjavec. I feel like what Robert did was really not cool.
Okay, and I'm on the opposite side where it's like justice for Robert, who it seemed like who's not a bad guy.
No, he's definitely a bad guy.
Who was separated from his wife when he met Kim, who changed his life.
Please.
And gave him a spring in his
step. He
step.
got a taste of the Tipsy Elvis money and he wanted more. He loved the lifestyle of the rich and famous, being on Dancing with the Stars on a network show, and he didn't want his like old wife with him. He wanted new kicks. And you know what? I watch Shark Tank and I laugh and I indulge, but I never forget what Robert Herjavec did to the OG Mrs. Herjavec. And now Kim Herjavec is like out here on Instagram being at Kim Herjavec. It's like Brittany Aldean. It's like, it's sweet, you guys are building a house, but like, lest we not forget how you two met. I'm sorry.
Wow, you're gonna be that?
Yeah. It's like when we first heard about Brittany, whatever her OG name was.
You're gonna be Brandy
Glanville. She was the woman who took away lovely Mrs. Aldean from Jason.
Okay, let me ask you.
And now it's like, it's so sweet. Like, they have a house and children. Lest we not forget.
Do you feel that way about Lala Kent?
100%.
Wow. I feel like
But I love Lala Cat.
Once you have a house and children, you've made it right. You know,
Yes, no,
do you
no.
feel that way about Margaret Josephs? Because I don't.
Okay, I'm not saying I feel, okay, no, I don't feel that way about Margaret Josephs because I love her. But all I'm saying is like, lest we not forget. I'm not saying that they make it right. Yes, the pain goes away now that there's a family and children and a big house. But all I'm saying is lest we not forget. And I'll leave it at that.
I don't see it that way. Timing is everything, and you can't help when you meet the right person and under the wrong circumstances.
I don't know. It all seems icky to me.
I feel like once you get married, and especially when you have children and you've made it right, up until that point, it's like icky as hell. But
what about the children from the first marriage? Like, they never get justice, you know?
What
like
justice?
The family was
that their
broken
parents
up.
got divorced?
Their family was broken up at the hands of Brittany Aldean, you know?
I guess.
All I'm saying.
I don't know. I just
say it with me. All I'm saying is.
Lest we not forget.
I said say it with me, not before me. Ready?
Lest we not forget.
All I'm saying is, ready?
Forget we lest not.
Oh my God. Lest we not forget.
Okay. I mean, if Jeff Bezos marries this woman, I would definitely not forget.
Lest we not forget. Honestly, put that on my gravestone. Okay, this is what I wanted to say on my tombstone.
Wait, I know what it is. Lived her life. Lest we not forget that she lived her life maintaining a chubby physique.
Okay. Yes, and underneath that it says.
Except you're not maintaining it these days.
All it's going to say underneath that is, I know what you did, Brittany Aldean.
Really?
Justice for Mrs. Herjavec.
Wow. Okay.
And I'll leave it at that.
I like Brittany.
You're looking fab today. You know what? You're looking just fab.
Am I?
Yes, I'm a Just Fab VIP member, and so is Jackie. It's truly changed my life. Just Fab brings you everything that's new and trending in shoes, clothing, and accessories, so you can look like $1,000,000 on your budget. Even if you don't know where to start, Just Fab makes the entire shopping process fun and exciting with their very own style quiz. Love a style quiz. There are no wrong answers, just great style recommendations. VIPs save up to 30% on retail prices and gain access to tons of other exclusive perks. You can shop as a guest or become a Just Fab VIP, and take it from me, becoming a VIP is by far the best way to shop. And listen up. Now is the time to sign up as a VIP, because right now you'll get your first style for 75% off, as low as $10. This is an exclusive deal for our podcast listeners, so make sure you go to justfab.com/toast to get it. That's justfab.com/toast to get your first style for as low as $10. You can't beat that. Justfab.com/ say it with me, toast.
That's exciting.
Continue.
Honestly.
You ever get so hungry you get like nauseous and like sick?
Yes, I was just drinking my coffee and I was feeling nauseous, and I was like, what would happen if I threw up on the show?
I know why I'm feeling nauseous, because I had like truly like a one-of-a-kind experience today in an Uber where I just happened to be in like the smallest car ever. I don't know what it was. It was a Nissan Altima. Like, it wasn't that small, but like everything about it was small. Like, I felt big. The driver was big. Both the seats were pushed back, and it was so tiny and so hot. And he was wearing so much cologne. Like, people hotbox for pot?
Yeah.
I was hotboxed with Paco Rabanne.
Did you open a window?
Of course I did. And ask me if it helped. Ask me.
Did it
No.
help? But you have to stick your head out like Theo.
Like a dog, truly. Oh, Theo's looking so good.
That's horrible. Oh, he's
when
so
I was
cute.
gone for like a week, Theo stayed in between his grandparents and his dog walker, and they both just like love him so much that they like indulge him and feed him too much. And I'm like really strict when it comes to Theo's diet. Not my own, just Theo's. And it's because his breed has a predisposition to congenital heart failure, and their weight has a lot to do with that. So he's been on a very strict diet for about a week, and he got a haircut, so he was looking slim and trim today. Like, getting
so
compliments from everyone in the building.
Yeah, he needs to start working on his summer body. He is, but
Yes.
He's not there yet.
No, he's
He
not.
really took his winter body.
But you
like,
know what?
all the
Who are we
way.
to judge?
Totally. Even though spring has sprung.
Truly.
Next story is really crazy. Tearful Wendy Williams reveals she's living in a sober living house. Wendy Williams has revealed that she's been living in a sober house. The 54-year-old talk show host opened up to her viewers on Tuesday's episode of The Wendy Williams Show. She told her fans that she wanted to be truthful and share her story with them. Quote, "So you know me for being a very truthful and open person, and I've got more to the story for you," Williams said during her show as she held back tears. "You know Kevin. Kevin and I have the Hunter Foundation for the Good of the People, and we recently launched..."
Wait, Jackie, no, it's confusing. She said Kevin and I. I think her husband's name is Kevin and her son. Because she kept saying, she says it twice, Kevin and I.
I read that too, and I just thought she
You know
stammered.
Kevin and I. No, Kevin and I.
Got it. And we recently launched our 888-500 number for those of you caught up in the struggle of addiction. Well, for some time now, and even today and beyond, I have been living in a sober house. When you see me come to work glammed up right after the show, I go across the street, I do my Pilates, I told you, 2 hours a day, or I like to take care of my body. And you know I've had a struggle with cocaine in my past. I never went to a place to get the treatment. I don't know how, except God was sitting on my shoulder and I just stopped. But there are people in your family, it might be you, you have been struggling and I want you to know more of the story. So this is my autobiographical story and I'm living it. I'm telling you this, after I go to the Pilates, I go to several meetings all around town in the tri-state area, and I see my brothers and sisters caught up in their addiction and looking for help. They don't know I'm Wendy, they don't care I'm Wendy, there's no autographs, there's nothing. It's the brothers and sisters caught up in the struggle. It's been really interesting, this ride. Williams then shared that only her husband, Kevin, and her son, Kevin, knew about this. Not my parents, nobody. Nobody knew because I look so glamorous out here. After I finish my appointment seeing my brothers and sisters breaking bread, I'm driven by my 24-hour sober coach back to the home that I live in here in the tri-state with a bunch of smelly boys who have become my family. They hog the TV and watch soccer. We talk and read and talk and read, and then I get bored with them. Doors locked by 10 p.m., lights out by 10 p.m., so I go to my room and I stare at the ceiling, and I fall asleep to wake up and come back here to see you. So that is my truth.
I mean, I have so many thoughts on this, but my overall thought is brave fucking season out here for Wendy Williams. And I've always just like taken a liking to Wendy Williams. I don't consistently watch her show, but every time I do, I was like, you know what? She's not afraid to say this. And I just really liked her. Then she took this hiatus and was like a little shady about it. And there was obviously more to it. And it's not our business, but she's always like branded herself as like this honest woman of the people, relatable. And even when she was getting into that fight with Howard Stern, she was like, we both started as like relatable men and women of the people. And I'm like, but you're lying about something. Like, so obviously everyone comes out on their own terms. I thought it was so brave of her. And at the end of the day, like she didn't even have to tell anyone. Like she could have gotten away with not telling anyone this. But she told, and I was just like, I was so shook. I was not expecting her to be this upfront and honest. And I was like loving it.
I love it too. I think she's going to help so many people because you probably stigmatize like living in a sober house and you don't associate that with being on TV every day, being glammed up. And so she's saying, you know, not everything is what it seems. People are struggling. I'm struggling. I think she's going to help a lot of people. And also I feel like maybe she never intended to tell people, but because everyone is still harping on like what was going on, she felt the need to speak about it. And also, if another celebrity was doing this and she was talking about them on their show, she would call it out. So I feel like she's practicing what she's preaching. She's walking the walk. She's talking the talk.
That's so true.
And I have so much respect for her.
I have so much respect for her.
And anyone who's trying to do the right thing and like get right and get their life on track, I couldn't have more respect for.
Right, and she obviously has this organization with this 1-800 number. Like, it just wouldn't be authentic if she didn't come out and say it, but like, it's so much easier said than done. I was just like so impressed and so, I wasn't expecting her to say it. Now, I did have some critiques of the entire thing because I did think it was weird that she stood in the audience when she said it because the people in the background like had to control their reactions, and there was a girl sitting there like with her birthday sash and crown on. Like obviously she got these tickets for her birthday, and this just like wasn't the show that she was expecting.
Oh my God,
I just think that she should have sat in her regular chair and delivered the announcement, but that's just me. It also felt like she really didn't have a teleprompter because she was like a little all over the place in a really authentic way. And usually like, I mean, if I was coming out with something like this, I would need notes in the teleprompter and shit, you know? But no, she was just out here being authentic as hell.
I totally agree. I didn't even realize that girl in her sash. Hold on.
Yeah.
The pussy bow is very wily.
You know, you're not making it tight enough.
No, because I keep accidentally putting the iPad on the string and
you're
it
also
pulls
not
down.
making it tight enough.
I don't want it super tight. Now I don't want to get my microphone caught up.
You know what a pussy bow? Like not everyone can do it.
No, it's a lot of work being a pussy bow.
I can't believe that's what it's called. And like, this is the only time you'll ever hear us say the word pussy on the show.
No, like.
Because it's a pussy bow.
But if it's accompanied by bow.
We should start a spin-off called The Pussy Bow Show.
That's
where we only have guests who wear pussy bows.
Or are capable of carrying off a pussy bow.
Right, like have the aesthetic.
Kate Middleton and Lisa Vanderpump.
No, I think Melania Trump too would qualify. She looks great. She looks great in a pussy bow.
That was the first time I heard of a pussy bow.
Me too. And then because people were linking it like on the website, it was Gucci, and it was like a Gucci pussy bow.
And so everyone, like now that I'm wearing a pussy bow, I don't think, oh, if I'm wearing this bow, people are going to associate me with the pussy because like it's the pussy bow.
No, so when everyone was feminine, the shirt is so classy and so feminine that it could literally only be called a pussy bow.
Right.
What's more feminine than a pussy?
A bow. Anyways.
And I guess, isn't that like when your pussy bow like...
Stop.
Is it called that because like when your pussy bow lays, like it kind of looks like a pussy?
I don't think so.
Like the labias?
Because it doesn't.
Yours doesn't. Mine kind of does.
I guess.
That's how you know it's getting right.
We should look into the
origins.
The history of the
Whatever.
Pussy Go.
Back to Wendy Williams. It seems like she's in a very good headspace, and I'm very happy for her.
I'm very happy for her, too.
I'm in a good headspace, too.
And I love getting answers. So far, we have 2 answers to big questions today. Who leaked the text messages, and where had Wendy Williams
This
gone?
is called, like, the morning solution.
And, of course, this reminds me of Demi Lovato when she was a judge on X
Oh, my God,
Factor.
that's what I was going to say. She was living in a sober living facility.
And she was a judge on, like, one of the highest...
She was getting paid $25 million, and she was living in a bunk bed on a top bunk, she said.
It's crazy.
She, too, was in a good headspace. And she seems like she's in a good headspace as well, too.
Yes, and because she's being quiet, and I haven't
Are
heard
you in
much.
a good headspace, you say?
I think I'm in a great headspace, actually.
I'm in a good headspace,
Thanks to
too.
a lot of things, including Headspace.
I started using Headspace a while ago. I told you Olivia one time made me use it, and I fell asleep, but I was also drunk, so I didn't know if that was it, that it worked. And I've been using it on tour a lot, and I made Margot do it, and at first she was like, this is so weird. We were listening to the story, and it was like all about lavender. Okay, basically Headspace is like it's a meditation app, and I use it to go to sleep because I don't really meditate, but I do, especially when I'm in a hotel or I have trouble falling asleep. So we were listening to this man with a British voice talk all about the lavender of the city of Provence. And it was so amazing, and we fell asleep literally like children. It was wonderful. And so I'm a really big proponent of Headspace. Headspace is your guide to health and happiness. In fact, just 10 days of Headspace has been proven to reduce stress and increase happiness. It will teach you the life-changing skills of meditation and mindfulness in just a few minutes a day. Meditation is rooted in tradition, but also backed by scientific research, and Headspace has hundreds of meditation sessions on everything from stress to sleep. That's what I use it for. Start your journey toward a healthier, happier life by subscribing to Headspace. Sign up now at headspace.com/toast to get a free month's trial. Sign up online at headspace.com/toast for a free month trial and start meditating today.
That's wonderful.
Yes.
The lavender of Provence.
Jackie, it was so funny, but he said it like Provence. You know, and that's really what made me fall asleep. And he was talking about, it's like, you come over this hill and you see all the purple lavender.
That sounds beautiful.
It was really, I listened to it like 3 times in a row. It was really beautiful.
We should go there, to the lavender of Provence. Okay, next story. Exciting news, music fans. Woodstock 50th anniversary lineup has been announced. Miley Cyrus, Jay-Z, Chance the Rapper to lead the festival.
Also John Mayer.
Well, yeah, there's a lot of names, and
It's kind of weird, Jay-Z at Woodstock.
I think that's the point. So, in August 1969, 500,000+ music lovers road trip to the wilds of upstate New York for the 3 days of peace and music, Woodstock Music and Arts Fair, from Jimi Hendrix to Janis Joplin. The rest is bona fide rock and roll history.
Why are you laughing at Janis Joplin?
Because
30
of
Rock?
Kimmy Schmidt. Oh, yeah, 30 Rock, yeah.
Yeah, where they don't get the life rights to Janis Joplin, so they call her like Janetta Joplina.
Joplin.
Yeah. Yeah.
Janis Joplin.
I knew that's why you were laughing.
Come August 16th to 18th, a sprawling lineup of contemporary music acts from what's left of the Grateful Dead to Miley Cyrus and Chance the Rapper will attempt to make history all over again at the 1,000-acre International Speedway in Watkins Glen, New York. After months of online rumors, the official lineup for the 50th anniversary concert was announced Tuesday. Current acts such as Halsey, Imagine Dragons, and Janelle Monáe are now set to share the stage with veteran Woodstock artists Melanie, Hot Tuna, and country Joe McDonald. It's all part of what organizers hype as a chance to unite the country again. So here...
It's just weird, because like when you think Woodstock, when I saw it on John Mayer's Instagram and then you said Miley Cyrus, I'm like, okay, those both make sense. But like when you think like peace, love, flower crowns, bell-bottom jeans, like you don't think Jay-Z, Chance the Rapper, you know? It's just a different genre.
No, I think what the commonality
Casey
is...
Musgraves is so Woodstock.
Right, but I think 1969 Woodstock, peace, flowers, bell-bottoms, that was the zeitgeist of the time. And so I don't think they're trying to replicate peace, love, and flowers. I think they're trying to replicate what is the zeitgeist of 2019. And it is Jay-Z, Chance the Rapper.
Totally.
So here are some other... And
but
honestly,
the branding is still like flowery bubble letters.
Right, because they're still going to be on brand. Like it's still Woods. I think they're trying to incorporate both. Like
So they're just trying to make the Woodstock of our time.
Yes, exactly.
Like Fire Festival was supposed to be.
And the lineup, there really is something for everyone. So Friday, the big headliners are the Killers, so Ben will be there.
Oh my God.
Honestly, and then I was thinking, like, maybe we should go.
No, totally. It's in upstate New York. We're going to fucking fly to Coachella across the country. We're not going to go in our home state.
Right. I'm going to upstate New York this weekend.
Me and Ben saw the Killers perform at like a private concert at
I'm sure it was incredible.
All-Star Weekend. It was amazing, and the lead singer is hot.
Ooh. So day one, the Killers, Miley Cyrus, Santana, the Lumineers, the Racketeers. Don't know them, but I'm sure someone is excited about that. Then the rest of the day one lineup, I don't know any of them. Oh, except Run the Jewels, because we saw them at Panorama?
Is it Run the Jewels, Jewels, or
Yes.
Run the Juuls?
It's the first one, but they should definitely think about rebranding.
A rebrand, totally.
Day 2, Dead and Company. So that's where I guess John Mayer's performing.
Oh, I thought he was going to perform like him.
Chance the Rapper, The Black Keys, Sturgill Simpson. And then, Leon Bridges is also that day. I know him. Gary Clark Jr., Edward Sharpe, and the Magnetic Zeros.
I love them.
And that's all I know for that day. Oh, India Ari.
Oh, love her.
Love her.
I'm trying to get down to the heart of the matter, but my will gets weaker. I love that song.
Okay, day 3, Jay-Z, Imagine Dragons, Halsey, Cage the Elephant, Brandi Carlile, the country artist that we should know and love, yet somehow we don't, Janelle Monáe, Young the Giant, Common, Vince Staples. I'm just reading the ones that we know, but I'm sure you guys know more of these people.
I'm underwhelmed by this, honestly.
I'm whelmed by the idea.
Where's Casey Musgraves?
She's not on it because I was thinking, if you perform at a certain festival, is it like an exclusive? Like if you're headlining Coachella, can you not do anything else, Ariana Grande?
I don't know. Your pussy bow is coming undone again.
Oh my God.
Maybe you should just make it tighter.
Okay. But tell me if my microphone is being fucked up.
Okay. And I'll sing while everyone. Oh, there we go. Yeah, right. Get it
now
right.
Now I got a tight pussy.
That is a big ass pussy bow. If I've ever seen it.
Okay, so will you be attending?
I mean, like I'll go if they give me free tickets.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah. That's my mentality with all music festivals.
But I know they're trying to reach that 500,000 mark, and it's like, if they do, I don't want to go because I have like claustrophobia, and that's just too many people in one place. And in this climate, I don't really want to be there.
No, totally.
But it's enticing.
Honestly, it's gonna be a no for me, dog.
It's gonna be a no for me, but like, if someone tells me they're going, I'll be like, cool for you, I'm excited.
Send me pics.
It's not like they're telling me they're going to Fire Festival, which is what people are saying it is, but like, you guys know.
No, I mean, and it's
Woodstock is legit.
It could be a part of history. And if it turns out to be like a historical thing that like in 50 years is literally in textbooks, I still won't be mad that I didn't go.
No.
Because I will be happy at home with my dog.
But there are people who read about 1969 Woodstock and they're like, I was born in the wrong generation.
Right,
I should have been there.
They're gutted by it.
Right, so like, I hope you guys all get the chance to go to this one.
That's a great point.
And we're not those people.
No, we are not. Not at all.
Not at all. Okay.
Like, I feel like, people on their deathbed, they're like, I should have been to more festivals, like more historical events. Like, I know on my deathbed, I'll really be like, I should have spent more time with my dog. At home.
Totally. Also, like, I actually spend a lot of time at concerts and festivals because I'm at my happiest at a concert. Festivals, there's the treachery aspect, so that changes things. And I feel like I go to a good amount and I'll feel satisfied with that.
Yeah, and we have a good lineup coming this summer of concerts. We will make it to Celine Dion before her final show in Vegas. We are going July 11th, right for my birthday, to Florida Georgia Line, Dan and Shay at PNC Center.
I think Rascal Flatts are performing this summer.
Okay, great.
Zach Brown Band's performing this summer.
We're going to Stagecoach, tentatively Coachella, unfortunately.
Tentatively Stagecoach.
Yeah, actually, we're probably more likely going to Coachella than we are to Stagecoach.
That's so sad.
So sad, but like,
what
it's just
have
like,
we become?
For work, like, we have to go.
What have we become?
Now that I'm a Revolve girl, like, I think I have to go.
I think you do.
And
too.
I think I have to show those skinny bitches like what it's about.
Right, and just like, I think you love Revolve so much, you want the brand to be like, more inclusive and doing better.
I
and
do.
They can't do that if you don't go.
I know. It's like I expect more of them. Like I was telling Ben last night because I did an Instagram story last night because I'm going to LA next week for I have some shows, tickets available at girlwithnojob.com, and just like work stuff. And so I need like blouses and like dresses. It's hot in LA, so I did a Revolve order, and I realized like it's my second Revolve order this week. And I did an Instagram story. I'm like, it's so funny. I used to talk so much shit about Revolve, but like I'm literally out here being I'm actually their number one customer. There's no way anyone spends more money on Revolve than me.
Right, because even the girls who wear the most Revolve get it for free.
So I'm like, it's just so funny how much shit I used to talk. And Ben's like, you should really work with them. And I'm like, you know what? It's so disappointing. Like I can't. Because they're not inclusive, and it's like I'm out here just shelling like for their
Well, they have reached
brand.
out to you, but not like they are not trying
in an official capacity.
And also like you're a big influencer. Take you around the world. Not a $500 credit.
I need to be seen. I need to see the world, and I think Revolve is a place. And it's like they work
like
with
they were treating you like a micro influencer, and I think that was
what was
pain
so upsetting.
point. Yeah,
and it's like they worked with Ashley Graham once, and they like wanted everyone to pat them on the back. Like I'm sorry, that doesn't count.
Right.
Like Ashley Graham is like a supermodel. Congratulations.
Right. That's not like so.
You're lucky she would work with you.
Right.
Where's Iskra Lawrence? Where is the justice?
I don't know. Nowhere to be found.
So Ben was like, you should work with them. And I'm like, it's not an option for me because I'm fat. So like, come on.
Unless someone at Revolve is watching now.
Yeah, and so then I
don't know if we've infiltrated those offices.
No, we have
yet.
because I got a DM last night, and I just like to check my DMs, and some girl was like, "Oh my god, I work in headquarters. I'm coming to your show in Irvine. we love the toast in the headquarters. I'm like, yeah, sure you do.
Yeah, sure. Bring a gift
Where's
card.
my check? Where's my check?
11:11, make a wish just for the boys, just for the boys, just for the boys, just for the boys.
Got it.
Okay, next story. Exciting news that I didn't realize was brewing. Bethenny Frankel makes a production deal with MGM TV and Mark Burnett.
I saw she was thirsting out on her Instagram stories with all of her MGM merch.
I don't follow her on Instagram, and I use the Morning Toast Twitter as my personal Twitter to stalk, and so I just followed her because I was like, she's always making headlines with her tweets.
She's always commenting on like
But
world
it's
news.
like her theory is throw enough shit against the wall and you'll go viral, and there's just too much there.
When Paris Jackson responded to a tweet that she didn't kill herself, try to kill herself, she responded to Bethenny Frankel's tweet about it, and then Bethenny deleted her tweet. That was her first foray into being like, what the fuck is everyone talking about? How weird is that? So truly, throw enough shit at the wall, Paris Jackson might respond to you.
Right. Yeah, her Twitter, it's not my style. So.
No. Her Instagram is whack. Like
That's so crazy because she's so
yes,
focused.
she's so smart, and then you watch her Instagram stories and you think she's losing her mind. But maybe that's just her creative outlet to express herself.
It's like, yeah, she is able to lose her mind on Instagram and Twitter so that she can be a shark in the boardroom.
In the tank.
And in the tank. MGM Television and Mark Burnett have made a multi-year deal with Bethenny Frankel to generate unscripted TV projects that she will produce, some of which will be star vehicles for her. Burnett, the MGM Worldwide Television Group chairman, made the deal directly with Frankel and her attorneys at Grumman Shire, Mielcelas, and Sachs. Frankel has turned herself into an unscripted brand since getting her start as a contestant on The Apprentice Martha Stewart in 2005. I didn't know she was on that.
I think I knew she was on The Apprentice, but I thought it was after Housewives, like her first stint on Housewives.
That Celebrity Apprentice she would have been on. But apparently, so now she was on a Commoner's Apprentice hosted by Martha Stewart.
So not the real Apprentice.
Honestly, perfect for her natural
yeah,
food chef.
but not the real Apprentice, like
No,
the Bill
the Apprentice.
Rancic.
Yes. In 2005, and then later joining the team on Shark Tank, both of which were produced by Burnett. She subsequently became founder and CEO of the lifestyle brand Skinny Girl and stars in the Bravo series Real Housewives of New York City. She has resumed appearances as a shark on Shark Tank, and the ratings have responded. We are thrilled to have Bethenny join the MGM television family and bring her unique entertainment savvy that has been loved by viewers since her appearance on The Apprentice and Shark Tank, said Burnett.
Well, so this actually is a good foray into a story we spoke about yesterday that I would love to get your opinion on.
I think I know.
We were just talking about Housewives, and TBG said that he read somewhere Lisa Vanderpump was the richest housewife. And I'm like, I don't know if that's true. And then we started doing research, and like pretty much everyone said Lisa Vanderpump was the richest housewife. But then they were also saying that like Luann and Dorinda were on that list, when I know for a fact that they're 100% not. So I would love to get your opinion on past or present who you think the richest housewife is.
Okay.
Or was.
Well, I think Erika Jayne is up there because she's the only one with not one but two planes.
That's true.
So I think they are the richest, but then it's Lisa Vanderpump's financials.
But wait, also those planes could be the company planes.
That's true. But she wouldn't be able to, one, take them on her tours with her glam, and two, show it on TV because that's like an abuse of company property.
Totally.
So she wouldn't be so brazen about it.
Yeah.
Lisa Vanderpump, though, like she lives in a beautiful house and she's always carrying, like rare colored pink Chanel bags.
She has Rolls Royces.
Her financials, like, I'm skeptical of. And I don't know why.
Because she was like this restaurateur before Bravo, but now as far as I'm concerned, her restaurants include Villa Blanca, Sir, Tom Tom.
Right.
Does she have clubs still in London? I don't know. She's never in London.
I don't know. So, and also, like, the restaurant business, it is hard.
And yes.
It's not just like a cash cow.
No, not at all. And most people have multiple investors in their restaurants, like who put the money up. That's why Guillermo and Natalie.
And by the way, is the question richest woman or richest couple?
Richest family.
Yeah. So, I think that's easier to
honestly,
suss
are there
out.
two bros up there?
I was thinking that too, but then it's like plastic surgery versus lawyer.
Right, because if it's Dubros, do you include Lenny Hochstein? And what was his wife's name?
Oh, Lisa.
But then when I said, it's like, when I think Richard's housewife, Leah Black comes to mind. Law, sorry I said that weird. Lawyer, Erin Brockovich, JFK. Like her and Erika Jayne could be the same level.
Cameron Westcott, plain.
Yes, Cameron Westcott, great call.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, there's definitely, Lisa Vanderpump is not, I think Bethenny's up there, Candy is definitely up there, Lisa Vanderpump is probably up there, Erika Jayne.
Okay, let's go richest by franchise, and then we'll compete them all against.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Okay, so
like
we have
bracket.
to tackle who's richer, Lisa Vanderpump or Erika Jayne. Honestly, I think Erika Jayne.
Because of the planes.
Because of the planes. Like, Lisa, I think she flies commercial. Actually, I don't think she goes anywhere.
She doesn't go anywhere, and she charters when
Does she?
does. She did in previous seasons.
Okay.
Also, Kyle Richards might be up there too because the agency is
But it's very new.
It's new money, whereas really, Erica Jane is old money with the chapel in her house.
Right. And like Tom is old, so he's been acquiring wealth for years. Like Mauricio is still like young compared.
I think I agree. And I definitely think that like Tom has been smart with his money for a very long time.
Adrian Malouf.
So that's what I brought up yesterday as well.
The Malouf hoof has just taken off.
And the Palms, Vegas.
Yeah, so
Like she's definitely, like,
but then also
because,
I feel
because
like,
she was living in the same gated community as Lisa Vanderpump, and Lisa Vanderpump downsized.
right. But then also I feel like I've heard some.
Yeah, the Malouf money is her family's, it's her brothers really have the money. It's not so much her, so I wouldn't include her.
Oh, I don't know, but I feel like at one point there was something that was questionable about like.
It's just the question was that it's not her wealth.
No, but if it's her brother's, it's hers because like.
No, it's like, it's not.
Okay.
Like they own the Sacramento Kings, and I think she has literally nothing to do with it. And I think the team changed its name too.
Okay, so let's go Beverly Hills. I'm putting Erica Jane.
Yeah, but think past or present, like not Carlton, but like was there anyone that we missed who was like super wealthy?
How could they have been like that wealthy and then not still been on?
Right, yeah, I'm gonna agree on Erica Jane.
OC, Heather Dubrow.
1,000%, past or present.
Dallas,
Cameron Westcott.
Miami.
Or Stephanie Holman.
I think Stephanie Holman is very much on her way up, and like, but I think the way that they talk about the Westcotts, like they don't.
Right, but is that more of a social thing? Because I actually know what.
No, but
what
then
the
they had a
Holmans
plane,
do.
and then that house.
Oh yeah. Totally, Cameron Westcott. Miami, Leah Black.
Yeah.
New York, Bethenny.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Think of anyone who's come and go. No, Bethenny. Okay, and Atlanta, Candy.
Yes.
I don't know Potomac.
I don't
but
know
also
Potomac
they're too
either.
new to matter in this conversation.
Right.
Okay, so should I write those down?
Okay. Yeah.
Just because I forgot.
We need to do March Madness.
No, literally.
Rich's Housewives.
Okay, we said Candy, Bethenny. Who else did we say? Leah.
Erica. Cameron. Heather Dubrow.
Candy, Bethenny, Leah Black, Erica Jane, Heather Dubrow, Cameron Westcott. 6 franchises. Did we forget someone?
Who knows?
Honestly, out of this list, I think Cameron Westcott.
I think so too.
That's crazy.
That's crazy because she gets like the least respect.
No, like
By the way,
none.
I wouldn't be surprised if Cameron Westcott has this shirt.
1,000%.
I think she does. I've honestly seen like her wear some things that I own, and I think that we have very similar style. But it's like we couldn't be more different looking.
Oh, we forgot Jersey. Well, because they're all going into foreclosure.
No, I would say
The Gorgas?
maybe.
But I wouldn't consider her to beat out any of these other
Oh,
ladies.
Jennifer,
No.
the house,
She lives in a nice house.
and her husband's a plastic surgeon. What makes more money? Well, I guess Joe and Melissa have dual income.
Yeah. No, I definitely think Melissa has more money than Jennifer. I think. Well, we know who doesn't have any money on that show.
Totally.
Oh, the reason why I thought that
Well,
list...
I could be Danielle now.
The People, oh my God, totally. The People magazine list that came out was so phony. Me and TBG were laughing because it had number 2 as Carol, and Teresa Giudice was on that list, okay?
Stop.
So we knew it wasn't real.
But it's, I don't want to talk about it. Okay. I think we did a nice job of sussing it out.
I think so too. We made a top 10.
Mm-hmm. And I
that's
don't
all
think
that
we're
matters.
so far off.
Yeah.
Okay. 5th and final story. Disney closes $71.3 billion deal with Fox, creating a global content powerhouse.
Ooh.
Wall Street and other experts have lauded the strategic benefits for Disney, but also highlighted the cost of launching a streaming service later this year, which will be a drag on earnings. We've reported before that Disney is working on launching a streaming service. All Disney content, DCOM movies, Disney shows, etc., are going to be on there.
I love DCOM movies.
Me too. Honestly, this sounds fucking premium, and I was excited when I saw this news because not only will we get all the Disney stuff, but now that they're partnering with Fox, we'll just get even more stuff.
Right, like maybe do they need a live stream show every morning with the Fast 5 stories hosted by 2 sisters who wear placebo shirts?
Perhaps. Like, streaming news is always good news for us.
I couldn't agree more because it's just more content, more ways of getting our content to people, more accessibility, and I'm very much here for the streaming services. Also, I want to talk about Shrill on Hulu. Did you watch it? Amy Bryant?
No,
only
but
watched the first episode.
I watched your story.
You should watch it. It's only 6 episodes and they're 20 minutes.
Okay, I will.
I only watched the first
I
one.
actually thought I should watch. I know you were going to want to talk about it, so I should watch it. And then it's like, if I just live my life watching everything you're watching just so you can talk about it, then what kind
My
of
first
life?
impression is that it's very annoyingly giving me like girls vibe. It's like, I don't know why, it's like if there's someone who is the main character, who is like heavy set or just not super skinny like every other person with the TV show, like why the discourse on the show has to be about their weight? Like why can't it just be a show about people and the main character just like happens to not be skinny? Do you know what I mean?
Right, or like they have to be like sloppy.
No, she's not sloppy.
She's not?
No, I agree with that. But it's always like, if you're fat, like you don't care about anything else. It's bullshit. No, she looks mad cute all the time.
Right,
she's
like
great
Rebel
wardrobe.
Wilson in Isn't It Romantic?
Yes, I agree. But no, it's like, why does the show have to be about the fact that the main character is chubby? It's just like, why can't it be a regular show that happens to star a chubby person? Like,
right.
It's really stupid and annoying, but I did enjoy the show and its relatability as a fellow chubby person.
The Walt Disney Company has closed its $71.3 billion acquisition of large parts of 21st Century Fox, expanding its global reach and content portfolio ahead of the planned launch of its own video streaming service. With the mega deal, Disney, led by Chairman and CEO Bob Iger, is adding the Fox film and TV studio, the FX Network's National Geographic Indian TV, Star India, and Fox's 30% stake in streaming service Hulu to its portfolio. The additional Hulu portion takes Disney's stake in the streamer to 60%, with Comcast owning 30% and AT&T's Warner Media 10%. Oh, so this includes Hulu.
Yeah, this
Shrill.
is like a real testament to like, and he's always saying this and he sounds crazy, but there's literally like 3 people who are in charge of like the entire media.
Who is it?
Bob Iger.
Oh, does he say it's Bob Iger?
No, I don't know. It's like, he says it's like David Geffen.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
That does not bode well.
No, but it's like, it's true.
Right?
It's like,
He's the one...
I don't know. He's shady with his boat. But this is like a true testament to how it's like, okay, Fox and Disney, whatever, but that also includes Hulu, includes ESPN, includes ABC. Like, really, there are 4 people who control every single media outlet. It's crazy.
That's
How did we
crazy.
become one of them?
And then it's like TMZ is owned by Warner Brothers, which is owned by, what's it a part of?
One of them.
Yeah.
Warner.
Warner Media.
Yeah.
AT&T.
Right. So it's crazy. It's all the same. And
How do we get in there?
And it's like AT&T is owned by DirecTV. Like, it's all the same shit.
Wow.
It's crazy.
Wow, Bethenny.
I sound like a conspiracy theorist, but it's true.
And then didn't AT&T like acquire T-Mobile or something?
And if I can't become one of those people, like, how do I date one of them? Become friends with their daughter.
Yeah, so that you're in that circle, that sphere of protection.
Yeah, and it's not even protection. It's like, once you're in that sphere, it's like, there's a show, give it to this person,
Yes.
They just give out shows like Halloween candy.
That's why. It's not even like anyone's dissing us. It's like they just...
Don't know us.
We're not in the bubble.
Right. We're not on the boat.
We're not on the boat.
We got to get on that yacht.
But do we really want to be on that yacht?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
Well, I'm excited. I'm looking forward to having new options in streaming services. Like, I'm so over Netflix, and I've been into Hulu, but their actual app is so terrible and not user-friendly and very difficult to navigate that I find it difficult to navigate.
It's so difficult. It's like, what if I don't want to watch the next episode? I want to watch a different episode.
No, but what if it's
I
like-
just
what if it's
learned
like-
how you do that, how you see all the episodes.
How?
You hold down the center button. Like, when you're clicking on the show, you just hold down the button.
No, what if it's like, how can Hulu come out with this feature where it's like, I'm watching a show, I got to take a leak, I press pause. How do I come back and start playing just where I was ended off? They always take me back to another episode, like from a different season. It's
Yeah,
so
it
stupid.
doesn't have a very strong memory.
No, just like me.
It's like they forgot that I watched 2 episodes past this. I don't know how they could forget.
No, it's so
You were
annoying.
there.
Truly.
I watched it.
I watched you watch me. My hair feels so shiny today. Love it.
It looks shiny. It looks very healthy.
I'm so tired. I've really been cleaning like a lot this week.
Me too.
Like, just getting rid of shit. And
Because
like,
I'm moving,
I'm
and
not-
I think...
You think you found the apartment?
I think we found the apartment, now we have to get the apartment.
well, there was a big problem in the apartment.
Stop. I'm going to tell I want to get this apartment, so I don't want to...
Jinx it?
I don't want to shit on it.
Okay. But you have to tell at some
But
point.
after, hopefully it goes through, this is the funniest story that's ever happened. But
And there's a video.
And there's a video.
It's so funny. But yes, I've been cleaning out. And I really have a problem that I like throw out too much. Ben is like always holding on to like this tissue. I cried on the 4th grade. And I'm just like, fuck off, throw it away. Where it's like, for me, it's like, this chain was passed down from the Holocaust. I'm like, throw it out. Like, I fucking throw out everything. It's so annoying. And then I go looking for stuff and I don't have it. I really need to start like preserving my memories better.
And like preserving all of the like cute pictures I took in 7th grade on my digital camera.
Right, or
And
like
it's
my bat mitzvah video that is like on a weird VHS. Like, I gotta get that shit turned into a USB.
I have the camera, and it's like I can't get rid of the camera because it's the only way I know how to look at the pictures.
Right, but you gotta get that
even though I
memory
have the
card,
memory card.
Throw it in your legacy box, send it out, and it comes back.
Legacy box is one of those ideas that it's like, how did we not come up with that?
And
Because
how haven't we been living with legacy box like for the last 10 years?
It's brilliant, it's necessary, and of course it's in tune with what's necessary.
I've been taking like a box of VHSs from like apartment to apartment, like an actual like rom-com star in the 90s. Okay, so save your family film and photos from degrading or being lost forever. If you're unable to play the recordings back because they don't have a VCR anymore or your camcorder's broken, become the family hero. Bring back lost memories to watch and Bring back these memories to watch and see again. Experience the joy of nostalgia of reliving the glory days. Send your legacy box filled with old home movies and pictures. They'll do the rest, professionally digitizing your moments onto a thumb drive, digital download, or DVD. There's never been a better time to digitally preserve your memories. Visit legacybox.com today to get started. Plus, for a limited time, they're offering our listeners an exclusive discount. Go to legacybox.com/toast to get 20% off your first order. That's legacybox.com/toast and save 40% today. Get started preserving your past. I really need to start prioritizing when it comes to memories because Ben is a hoarder. And I have turned him into, in my eyes, he's still a hoarder, but, for the real world, he's totally normal. I just, can't deal with, clutter.
I totally agree. Zach's a hoarder. And we've started Legacy Box, and I've sent some of my old memory cards because I actually am a real hoarder, but compared to Zach, it's I don't think I'm a perfectionist compared to Zach or a hoarder because he's worse at both things. So this has been really great for us.
It's funny how
and our relationship.
When in your single self, you consider yourself to be something, and then you meet someone and you're like, oh, I'm not at all. I'm sure when Ben was single, he thought he was funny, and then he met me, he's not funny anymore.
Right.
And it's you thought you were particular, but then you met Zach, and it's you're easygoing.
No, I'm so easy. All of the apartments that we've looked at, I'm seriously, it's not a big deal. Let's just pick one and we'll make it our own. Or we were looking at two that were similar but different, and I was honestly, I don't care. I could be happy in either. He to him, that makes me just doesn't
Easy
care.
breezy.
Right, but to me, it's just. I don't care about I care about the apartment, but it's all pretty much the same at a certain point, and then it's once we're in there, then I get particular.
Right.
But it's tell me where to go so I can be particular there.
Did you watch Real Housewives of Beverly Hills?
Of course I did.
Do you want to recap it?
I would love to.
Did
you watch What Happens Live?
No, with Marion and
Teddy.
No, I didn't. Was it good?
It was so good. She was so cute. She was so excited to be there. She was just being so respectful, and she had so many great insights because she's a real fan of Beverly Hills. She doesn't watch other franchises, and it made me really start thinking of when and why haven't we had a Real Housewives of Nashville yet? There's so much there.
There's so much money
I
there.
always think about it when I'm watching
who would be on
Very
it?
Cavallari.
Brittany Aldean.
Yes, she would.
Yeah.
Brittany Aldean and maybe some Dan and Shay wives, depending on
Kaylee
if they're
Dickerson.
And Marin but she's very busy.
Yeah, and when you think about it, it would become a music show. Couldn't be labeled Real Housewives because if it's all wives of notable country stars, you would have to get some other people in there,
Yeah, no, you could definitely.
Oh my God, Trisha Yearwood.
You could get a bigwig's wife,
Yeah.
But you would have I think it would be so interesting and great if it became a music show. It would be just so different from the other franchises. I think it would be so good.
We would need Tiffany from Dallas and her Keith Urban lookalike of a husband to move to Nashville and start the franchise.
Right, because you would need not everyone could be
the most notable,
Brittany Aldean. Some people just live in Nashville.
Yeah, and if Very Cavallari doesn't work out, she would be good for it too.
She would be great.
But do they live in Miami now?
No, they live in Nashville on a farm. They have all these goats.
No way.
Mm-hmm. They're actually, I watch it every week now. Sunday nights on E! Really have been coming back up, and Kardashians premieres next week. I've been watching Total Bellas. It ends next week. I guess that's when Kardashian premieres. And I just really like it. And I never watched Total Divas.
No,
there's something about sisters and just watching family members that is just inherently better TV and better morning shows than those without.
I couldn't agree more.
I just find the Bella sisters so interesting. And it's they are huge stars, and it feels like they have no management.
No, they are huge stars. They are so recognizable to real America. They're not bullshit socialists. Who is Alexa Chung?
Socialists.
Socialites. Sorry, socialites. Alexa Chung is arguably famous, but literally, I bet she has the most normal life, and nobody knows who she is. But society, socialites have deemed her famous. Whereas no, the Nikki and Bella twins, whatever their names are so famous, and they get no respect from socialites.
No, but that's the kind of fame that's the best. That's the real
That's
kind.
real money.
But it's they're always so spread thin. And I feel they do have, I'm sure they're rep by veritable agencies and they have managers, but it's the way that they position themselves on the show, it's they are flying by the seat of their pants.
Right, that's really funny.
It's let's do a pep rally for the Bella Army, which was really cute. It was reminding me of the Toasters, and it was just cute, and they were crying, and I love them. And then their stepdad is a WWE exec.
Oh.
I didn't realize that, and it's what came
Nepotism.
first? No, I think he discovered them, and then I think their mom met. I don't know. I kind of need to go back. I need to learn more about the history.
Oh, that'll be interesting. Okay, let's talk about Beverly Hills because a lot happened, but nothing happened, and I just hate Camille. That's my takeaway from this episode, and she was in it so much, and all she wants to do is be a part of the show. So every time she gets camera time, I'm getting mad that she gets what she wants.
Right, and I was thinking about what Camille said and who she said it to, and I have to say, what she said is a question that's on a lot of people's minds. So it's not outrageous that she would ask it.
No, Camille and who's the other one? Camille.
Who are you trying to think of?
And Denise are both logically questioning what went down. Because at the end of the day, all of this could have been avoidable if Dorit had made better decisions. And they don't want that to
be forgotten.
And I agree with them. And all the other ladies, like at this point in time, it's not looking good for Teddy. And Lisa Vanderpump is kind of looking like the unsung hero. But all the ladies are just so quick to jump on Lisa because they're like waiting for the moment where everyone's getting ready. And so like Erica and Teddy are just like so thirsty for the reckoning, which I love. And Rinna. That's what I said, Lisa.
You said Erica and Teddy. Rinna.
Yeah. But I love that. But at this point in time, it's like almost like they're jumping the gun.
I agree, and it's like their intentions are. What are your intentions in trying to bring down Lisa Vanderpump? But I loved how they brought it back to Camille and the Taylor Armstrong. I didn't even realize that.
Oh, I forgot. Oh my God! I can't believe they brought that clip out.
When they were like, "You've had your own experience with Vanderpump," sort of making you the fall guy. I was like, what could it possibly be? Like Camille wasn't on for that one. When it was
Let's talk about the abuse, and we're not going to talk about it, but I just said it, so we're talking about it.
And then she had a conversation with Lisa where it's like, you asked me to say that. And says that deja vu.
It's that. Then there was that conversation with Munchausen's.
Yes.
Now with the dog.
Yes.
There's a pattern here. And
it's the magazines, Brandy.
Yep, with Kyle. There's a lot of history.
And there was Brandy, Adrian, Lisa drama. That's forgotten now.
Surrogate.
Yes, the surrogate, and then someone in your camp said this.
Yes.
So it's forgotten now because they're not there, but Brandy is, I think, actually the biggest victim of it.
And you know who's been there the whole time?
Kyle.
It's Kyle. So Kyle knows, and Kyle, you're right, they have this arrangement where the show is popular because the both of them have just had this friendship and this alliance, and when that breaks down, it could have an impact on the show. And Kyle, like the agency really got to where it is a lot because of the show. Like him with his hats coming on every episode, every season, pushing the agency anniversary party, the agency holiday party. We're going to go to Mexico, open the agency Punta Mita. Like they rely so much on the show for their actual income that Kyle doesn't want to rock the boat. So she's staying on Lisa Vanderpump's good side for as long as she can. But I think later in the season, it becomes unavoidable.
Right. So right now we're still in the point where Teddy is looking questionable. But to me, I don't think there's anything. A lot of people are confused by what's happening. He said, she said, what's going on? Teddy lied. I don't think Teddy lied.
Okay, she did.
She left out.
She lied by omission. But she branded herself in that entire week in Bahamar. I am not a liar. I do not lie. I am a truth-telling person. But you know what, bitch? You left a big part of the truth out.
But I don't
think... And that's what's making it look good for Lisa Vanderpump.
Yes, but a lie by omission is not the same thing as like, I'm saying something that's untrue.
I'm saying one thing, doing another.
Right, you can't trust what comes out of my mouth, but it's also like, what I'm not saying is just as important as what I am saying.
Yes, but when you made it your business to tell the group and brand yourself as the truth-telling goddess that you are, and then you leave some big, important detail out, it's not good.
But I think she left out that detail because she didn't want Dorit to know how big it actually was, that there was planning going on between her and Vanderpump, like that Vanderpump is that bad of a friend.
Totally. She keeps saying that.
And she's protecting herself, sure.
Right, she keeps saying she did it to protect Dorit, which I do believe there definitely was a level of protection for Dorit, but let's not lie, like, you also didn't want everyone to know you were in on like a manipulative plan with Lisa Vanderpump. You're protecting yourself too, that's fine. Just be honest.
But I think her intentions weren't all bad, and I totally see everything that she's doing, and it makes a lot of sense to me. And I think as a person who tries to be honest but also like protect myself, I think I would have handled it in a very similar way. And when she's called out, she just tells everything. She's like, okay, Vanderpump, you want to talk about how big it was and that we were texting before? Here are all the text messages. And I totally believe Teddy's side of the story, and that Vanderpump did all of those things. And Vanderpump cannot answer the question.
Yes. And by the way, Kyle realized it last week at
the
Lisa's
lunch
house,
with no lunch.
At Lisa's house with Dorit and Lisa, because there's a missing link. So it's like she knew that Teddy knew. And she told Dorit that Teddy knew, but she can't answer how she found out because she found out from John Sessa and John Blizzard.
Right, and this whole argument that she doesn't have communication with them, like that conversation, I wish one of the producers would have shown
pictures.
The conversation she had with that employee at her house, where it was like, she was like...
Wholly inappropriate.
It was like weird interrogation where she's like, they had a script that they memorized.
Yeah. But now also like photographer photos like from past events from like 2016 have been coming out of her with John Sessa.
Right.
Obviously, she knows him. It's not a big deal.
And like, even though Teddy didn't tell the whole story, still nothing that has come out of her mouth has been untrue. Lisa is a liar. And now in her interview, she's being so fucking nasty to Teddy. And what she does every season, she's doing it with Denise now, it's like, she's never mean to the new girl.
Joyce Gerard.
She's always nice to them so that she can manipulate them. And I think we all thought that Teddy was that perfect person for her. Because even now, I'm like, it won't work with Denise because Denise is Denise Richards. But honestly, she's pretty fucking malleable.
Yeah, no, totally. Lisa has always been nice to the new girl for 2 reasons. One, to maybe manipulate them and turn them into the Brandy Glanville, which she did with Teddy. She was trying to do with Denise. She did with Joyce Gerard. But she also does it because every now and then, like, people come for her, and she always needs a friend. And it looks like at the end of the season, she has no friends. And in that Mexico magazine thing, that was the closest they ever got to taking down Lisa Vanderpump. She had not one friend except for Joyce Gerard.
Yeah.
So
Throw me to the wolves, I return leading the pack.
Exactly, and she did because fucking Kyle turned around at the reunion. But she always needs like a jiggy, like, to be with her.
Yeah.
And that's what Denise is gonna be.
No, because she's fucking Bobby Fischer, and these are her pawns.
Yeah, being friends with her is like being friends with Bobby Fischer.
Is playing chess with Bobby Fischer.
Whatever.
Hence the pawns.
Do I have sweat stains?
No.
I started a new deodorant. I feel like Kourtney Kardashian, but I wear organic deodorant. And I have to say, I think that I was like living with BO like my whole life.
And you didn't know?
I think because like I don't smell. I don't smell good. I just don't smell, which is great. Like I lift my armpits, and after a long day, I used to use like regular drugstore deodorant, putting on like multiple times a day. I would get in the shower and I would fucking smell. I started using Kopari, like coconut oil deodorant. Jackie's obsessed with Kopari.
What did you say?
And now that I use Kopari, and Jackie, credit, she used Kopari first.
I love Kopari. It's one of my favorite beauty brands, not for makeup, but just like for taking care of yourself. So the fact that you have found love in Kopari deodorant, it warms my heart almost as much as it warmed my heart when they reached out to us about partnering on the toast.
Yeah, so it's coconut aluminum free deodorant, and honestly, it's vegan. I don't know what that means, but all I care is that it works. And I guess now positive, there's no chemicals in my body, which I really sound like Kourtney Kardashian, but I'm like loving it.
But the chemicals in deodorants are actually wild.
Terrible, yeah. And your armpit is like a really sensitive area, like for like your glands or some shit. So it's like you don't want to be fucking around there.
No.
I've just been loving it, and like I find myself like sweating less and just like not smelling. And now I can't help but think how long I was living like as a smelly person.
It makes you think. Do you find yourself needing to snap a wrist and steal some Kopari?
Kopari's coconut deodorant goes on smooth and doesn't leave behind a sticky white residue. Along with their original coconut scent, Kopari offers a fragrance-free version of their deodorant, plus 2 new scents, Beach and Gardenia. They also offer their money-back guarantee, so there's no reason to give it a try today. Go to koparibeauty.com/toast to make the safe switch today and save $5 off your first order when you subscribe. That's Kopari, Kopari, beauty.com/toast. KopariBeauty.com/toast. Take it from me. Yes, this is a sponsored post, but I am loving the deodorant. I have like 3. I throw it in my bag for tour, in my bathroom. I love it.
I love it, and also I love everything else that Kopari makes, and it's my favorite brand partner. And it's like when someone snaps your wrist and steals your Kopari, now you can replace it at KopariBeauty.com/toast.
Did you watch Vanderpump Rules?
Yes. Wait, were we done with... Also, they didn't talk about, like, I feel like no one's talking about Denise at that dinner.
Which dinner?
With her husband and the penis. And she was high? I think she was high. She was laughing.
On marijuana?
Yeah. No, like, not in a, I'm not saying she's a drug abuser.
No, but she was like,
but she definitely had some
They drink a
ganja.
lot. Her and her husband drink a lot.
Or maybe they were drunk. But she wasn't acting drunk. She was just, like, being silly and laughing, and I thought she was high.
Totally.
On marijuana. Like, not a big deal. It's just hilarious.
Yeah. Totally.
And they're getting married next week, which is crazy.
I know, and it looks like a bit of a shit show.
Yeah, but I'm sure like then it'll be like, it was beautiful.
Yeah, totally.
The love.
Camille's husband is hot.
Yeah.
I just can't explain it. Like, I know everyone's so happy for Camille, and like I am too. I just like hate her, and I want her off my TV.
I just can't believe she's like back in the group. She's on the trip. She's on the show, and she's gonna go straight to 2011 Camille.
Yeah, and just like learn your lesson. You became the most, remember she was on the cover of People magazine, America's most hated housewife. You know how you got there? By listening to Lisa Vanderpump. And now you're back like in her, she thinks, she's like, I fucked up. The last time I was here, I got kicked off the show because I wasn't in Lisa Vanderpump's good graces. And now literally her dying wish is going to be a mainstay on the show. All she wants to do, that's why she did the ball gag thing. She's like always trying to be like funny and kitschy. And like, she's like, okay, last time I didn't stick with Lisa Vanderpump and I got kicked off. So this time I'm sticking with Lisa Vanderpump. But she chose the wrong season.
She's on the wrong side of history, and I don't think she realized why people really loved her and wanted her back is because she had changed and she became just this like nice, sweet woman. And they think she thinks she's back to be a villain.
I love how Lisa Rinna's calling her out for being so wishy-washy about
but
Dorit.
also it's like the fact that not only she said that about Dorit, she said that to Lisa Rinna, who is the mouth.
Right, she wanted it to be heard.
Of Beverly Hills. She wants it to get back. Because I was like, how is Lisa Rinna going to handle this? Well, she's Rinna. She's going to tell someone. And I was like, well, that's why Camille told her.
Right. I'm just thinking, like, we're going to hang out after this. Should we order lunch? I'm just like, I want to be prepared.
I actually have some food at home.
Good stuff?
I think things that you could be happy with.
Like, I'm trying to, like, be good, but, like, also enjoy my life.
Okay, I have some grilled chicken.
Okay,
I have
could
some
fuck with
chicken
that.
poppers
Ooh, from where?
from, I ordered last night from
Okay.
Kosher.
Okay, fine. I'll do that.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go eat.
Oh, cool. And Vanderpump Girls, did we talk about it?
Oh, no, we didn't because it was on Monday. Lala had a breakdown.
Okay, Lala did not have a breakdown. Lala, I mean, I know I stand Lala and I apologize for her, but like, and I know she had like definitely a hard night on Twitter Monday night because people were coming for her. But what people are not realizing is she didn't just go off. She heard Raquel talking shit about her and her dad.
And people on Twitter are being like, you know, just because your dad passed away, it's not an excuse for you to misbehave. And I agree, like our dad passed away and we're very normal, lovely girls. But if someone was out here speaking on my father, oh, you bet your ass I would be in their face with a finger.
2 months later?
Totally.
Of course I would. So then that just set her off. And then now she's coming for everyone. She's just on a rampage.
But it's just such bad timing because Tom Sandoval's like on this kick of being like, we all do crazy things at Star, none of us get fired. So now he's obviously on a kick being like, Lala should be fired.
I mean, that will not fly with me. Also, I think it's very different because when James was being crazy for a while, his parents were getting divorced, and so Lisa gave him a lot of allowances. So, first of all, Lala's dad has passed away, so she should get even more allowances. So if Lisa were to treat her harshly at this time, that would be hypocritical. It's not a Lala versus James
Especially Lala, I mean, Lisa herself is also grieving.
Right, and James isn't going through anything right now, so when he's calling Katie fat, it's like, why are you doing that?
And I wanted to say something that really pissed me off. When they're all at Tom Tom, and James comes and they disinvite him, and he freaks out. 2 seconds before he was telling Lisa, I've changed, I'm really in a better place. And it's like, so she's like, I know you are, you can DJ the whatever. Then, you can DJ brunch with Billy. Then, not 2 seconds later, he's out here screaming, has to be taken out to the garden, saying your wife is fucking fatty, and Lisa's watching and doesn't do anything.
Right.
And he still gets to DJ brunch.
Right.
It's bullshit. I fucking hate Billy.
That he DJ'd brunch was actually a really big deal. Like, he's back working at SUR. When I didn't realize that it was going to be at SUR, and he's back at SUR.
Yeah.
You know, it's
just under a different, like, rebrand.
Right. It's interesting. And I love Lala, and I don't know, I felt for her. I thought that she was right. She was really being really mean to Raquel, but Raquel was talking shit about her. Like,
no, about her dad.
And so when James comes in and says to Lisa, I just want to tell you what happened at brunch.
She called Raquel a CUNT.
Like, you didn't start from the beginning.
Lying by omission.
And Lala didn't just wake up and decide to be set off. Obviously, she's feeling
And Raquel was talking to that girl who was described as Lala's friend.
I just don't think that it was as big of a out of nowhere Lala's having a breakdown as it seemed to me. It seemed like there's a very clear reason why she acted the way she did.
She's already in like a fragile mental state and she's very easily triggered. She's going through this tough time and you're going to be out here talking shit about not only her but her dad to her best friend. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I know. She already doesn't like you?
Right.
So here's all the other reasons why.
And by the way, and she did apologize to Raquel for calling her a twat.
Right.
So there should technically be clear. There's no reason why Lala should be talking. I mean, why Raquel should be talking shit about Lala. Technically, they cleared the air.
It's stalemate.
So she started with her.
Also, then the other argument is people are saying that Lala is too full of herself. Like she's acting like she's better than everyone, and she said that she's better than everyone. How do you think? What do you think about that?
She shouldn't have said that, but like she is, so I don't care.
I just think. What she should have said, and she should have clarified, because Brittany was like, we're all created equal, and I agree. But then some people behave better than other people, and I think that Lala's, like, she shouldn't have said, I'm better than them. It's like...
No, she doesn't... This is what she was trying to say.
My behavior is better than theirs.
She's like, I don't think I'm better than anyone else necessarily, like, just
because of nothing.
Right, but I just think, like, I hold myself to higher standards, and I act... Like, I would never, like, if Raquel's dad died, God forbid a million times, like, she would never go out here talking about her dad. They're different people. One's trash and one's not.
Right. And it's definitely like an Erica Jane situation where it's like she has to commit many wrongs until I'll admit that she's wrong. But I didn't see this as being so wrong.
Yeah, like I'm definitely
and
a Lala
and the fact
apologist.
That she showed up and she looked incredible and like she was wearing so much makeup that a tear streamed down her face, and it was like, that's what I want from my reality TV member is like that sort of dedication, that sort of J-Lo dress. And like,
J-Lo.
I appreciate everything you brought to brunch that day.
Same.
Physically and mentally and spiritually.
Same. Love it.
Love it.
Okay.
And by the way, when the fuck are they going to go to Mexico? We've been talking about Mexico.
My God,
Mexico.
totally.
I thought they were going to Mexico before Tom Tom opened, but Tom Tom's opening and they haven't gone to Mexico.
It was like the bachelorette party before the Tom Tom wedding.
Like, I at one point I was like, I guess the trip fell through.
Yeah, no, it's weird.
I hate that. It's like, if we're talking about going to Mexico, I want to go at the end of the episode or the beginning of the next one. Don't tease Mexico in front of me for 3 weeks.
Totally.
Take me to Mexico.
Thank you guys so much for being here at The Morning Toast, the Millennial Morning Show. We go live Monday through Friday, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time on YouTube. And then we're also available as a podcast pretty much anywhere podcasts can be found. Apple, iTunes, Stitcher, Spotify, Public Radio, iHeartRadio, all that bullshit. I'm Claudia Oshry, Girl With No Job, your hostess with the absolute mostest. Please feel free to follow me on Instagram at Girl With No Job. And tickets are available to my Dirty Jeans tour at girlwithnojob.com. This week I'm going to be in Phoenix, Brea, California, and Irvine, California. And I would love to see all your bright, shiny faces.
That sounds fun. I'm Jackie Oshry at Jackie O Problems. Please follow me. By the way, scheduling update, there will be no show on Friday because both of us are gone. Next week, it's a Jackie O takeover.
Claudia is hitting the West Coast doing her secret project. I'm like trying to make it really obvious what my secret project is. I don't care if people find out. Yeah. And then also just like doing shows in Brea and Irvine and just like, also going on Daily Pop.
Oh my God. Oh, and speaking of, you're going on Daily Pop, and Justin Sylvester is hosting with me on Tuesday, and it will be later in the day because I will just do anything to get him on the show and accommodate his schedule.
Next week we have really premium co-hosts.
The co-hosts really have just cobbled together. I only have one more day to fill. Monday. I'm hosting with Jared Freed on Monday because I've never met him, and this show is all about second chances.
Amen.
On Tuesday, I'm hosting with Justin, the lady sitter. I'm dead for fucking Steens. On Wednesday, I'm hosting with Snitch because it's been a minute and I want to hear from her.
We need a Snitch on the Toast situation.
And I feel like when I see her, she doesn't even talk to me. Like, I feel like I'll only get to know her if I have to interview her, and has to answer these questions.
Totally.
Thursday is open. I'm filling it. And then Friday, I'm hosting with Ben, who I have not hosted with, I think, in 6 months. And I'm so excited because it's always a crowd favorite, and it's always the most viewed episode.
If you have any recommendations for Thursday, like someone you know who is influenced, who lives in the New York area or will be in town, let us know. We're trying to expand our horizons. This has become a little bit of an echo chamber with the same 4 co-hosts, and we're trying to expand.
We are. And we want to serve up premium content, and we want to get to know more people and highlight new voices in the industry.
Thank you guys so much for being here. Follow Jackie on Instagram. You forgot to plug your Instagram.
Oh, no, I did. Jackie O Problems, but I'll say it again. Also, I'm wearing a super cute outfit today, so expect some premium content later.
Bye!